Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Today, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the cutest creator of them all? We have a new Magic the Gathering Arena event called Mirror Mirror, and we will be taking an adventure into Historic, playing with some newly modified cards that have been banned from Historic in the past, which is really cool. So we're going to take a quick look at those to start the video, and then of course, I made a deck using some of those cards, and we're going to play to see if it still holds up to what I remember the deck being incredibly powerful with these new adjustments. And I really like this. It just goes to show the initiative or the willing to change what's already been done, which I know isn't something that Wizards and Magic has done a lot in the past, right? Editing cards is a big step for them, right? Even changing the way like the language that is used from converted mana to now mana value. So little changes are a big deal, and with the new digital game, they can re-release cards that are very similar under a new set, which we see them doing today. They're adding cards to the Arena set. You may be familiar. I'll show you what I mean. And they've been adjusted, and now they're brought back into a legal form, right? They're not illegal cards. They're not banned. We can play them again. Very cool, right? So this is exciting news for everybody whose favorite card has been banned. Their favorite deck isn't viable anymore because of a banning, and we're going to have some fun today. So again, thank you all for your time and attention. Make sure to like the video to show your support, and check out the Linktree link. We've got all of the goodies, whether you want to support the channel financially or get in on the cookie jar, so to speak, the contest, the giveaways. It's all available there. So thank you one more time. Appreciate each and every one of you spending the time here with us today. Let's get into it. All right. First things first, you want to know what cards have been included again and what changes have been made. Agent of Treachery got banned because it was ridiculous, right? So the rebalancing effect here is in the middle. Enters the battlefield, ability triggers only if it was cast from your hand. This is because we used to bring it back from the grave all the time, right? So we cheated in from the grave for 4 mana, 5 mana, and then just steal your thing. So we have to cast it from our hand now. That's great. Really good stuff here. Field of the Dead, banned because super busted again, right? We changed it to a legendary, so you can't stack Field of the Dead. That in its own is probably going to heal all of the ills with that card. And then zombie tokens enter the battlefield tapped. We had Summoning Sickness on them before, so it didn't really matter. But I do think it's a positive change that you can only play with one in play at a time. Of course, your opponent uses Field of Ruin, and you can play the second copy, so you can still run 4. But just the rebalancing, I really like it here. Fires of Intervention. Oh my gosh, do you remember the Fires meta and the Cavaliers? Oh my gosh, those were good times. So Fires of Intervention, it got a mana increase. So it costs a little bit more than it used to, which is, I honestly don't think it's enough. I still think this is a very good card for 5 mana. It's not 4 mana. That was super crazy. But, 5 mana is fine as well. I have no problem with that. Nexus of Fate. Oh my gosh. So it used to go back into your library, and you could cast it over and over again and just kind of loop your opponent, which was insane. The thinner your library got, you could use Timeo to thin your library and dig for Nexus. You can't do that anymore, much like All Run's Epiphany, and we've seen them do this as of late with lots of powerful cards, right? So, now it exiles itself, just like All Run's Epiphany. So, yes, it's still instant speed, which is nice, but having it go into exile instead of back into your library is much more balanced. Omnath, oh my gosh. You guys remember, I used to say Omnarth. For months and months I said Omnarth. Entering the battlefield is now a scry 1 instead of draw a card. And, that's totally fine. I think that's really good. The ETB draw was broken, but you know what's still broken here, you guys? The landfall ability. It's not changed. It's still super busted. So Omnath is going to be breaking hearts once again. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Oh my gosh. This is one of the most broken planeswalkers we've ever seen. For 3 mana, it had a +2 ability. That's been changed to a +1 ability, right? And the other +1 ability has now been changed to a -2 ability. This is good, right? This makes the card, in my opinion, much more fair and definitely less broken. Once upon a time, if it's the first spell you've cast this game, it costs 1 instead of nothing. You know, so you're not getting that free cast, which was like super, super good value. So, you know, it's still a reduction and it's still good, but it's not quite as good, right? Teferi, Time Raveler, its mana cost has changed from 3 to 4, but its starting loyalty has also changed from 4 to 5, which is kind of nice as well, right? So giving you a little bit more wiggle room, but it's a little bit more expensive. So I think this is still a really good card, and I'm happy to have it back. I was so sad when Teferi left. A big reason why I quit playing Historic. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, you know, back into play. So we removed the put a land from your hand into the battlefield. You know, just getting rid of the excessive ramp that you had through the replaying of Uros over and over again. You still get the life gain and the draw, but the land is gone. The mana cost from Veil of Summer has changed from 1 to 2. You know, I still think it's a really good sideboard card, right? I wouldn't be main decking this, but it's great. And then Wilderness Reclamation got hit hard, untapping only 2 lands you controlled instead of all of your lands. You know, this card used to be super duper busted, and you know, just untapping 2 lands that's probably super balanced, maybe almost too balanced, but it is what it is. And Winota, Joiner of Forces, getting the rebalance here as well. Looking at the top 4 cards of your library instead of 6. Ooh, I still think it's too good. I don't really know. I think it's too powerful still, but hey, it's great. So those are the changes we have. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And now let's jump into a game here if we can. See what's going on. We'll take a quick look at our deck. It is old school, baby. And, you know, we're using as many cards as we can. And it's like an experiment, right? That's what we want to be looking for is, you know, how do these new cards stack up to our memory of what they used to be? So we're using Teferi, Time Raveler in the deck, right? We talked about that. We have Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath in deck. We talked about that. And of course, we have Nexus of Fate in deck as well, which is really cool. So we're still using the shell around it, Growth Spiral ramps, the Mana Tithe counters, which is nice. Narset's doing the dirty with the draw. Teferi's protection, you know, just helping us out with the theme of Teferi's, which is nice. Absorb, counterspell, settle the wreckage, wiping the field force, and Elspeth conquers death. You know, exiling something, and we can bounce that with Teferi to exile something again. So that's quite a lot of fun. I'm worried that we might not have enough field wipes in the deck, potentially. We may want to, you know, adjust that. You know, grabbing a Doom Scar or a Shatter the Sky. Destroy all. Definitely destroy all. And let's Day of Judgment for 4. You know, that's what we're taking. Shatter the Sky is nice, but it gives them the draw. Wrath of God is really nice as well. Cleansing Nova. So, you know, there's a lot of really nice things here that we can take. We can drop a counter. We can drop a Growth Spiral. And we'll call that good, right? So, done. That's the deck. You know, we've got the wipes in there, the counter spells, the bounce effects, the double turns. So, let's see if we can make it work. It's gonna be pretty disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a long game, but maybe we can get through it in one piece. So we're missing a blue land or 2 here. We do have Teferi. We've got the Scry. Oh, that's not Scry. That's Look for Life. So no blue land. I think we mulligan this just to find better land. We toss Nexus. And all of our ills have been remedied here. All right, that's nice. Entering tapped. So this is a forest and a plains, which is really nice. So it makes these lands come in untapped. Wildborn Preserver in the house. This is always going to be tapped, and we don't have a turn 2 play, so I think let's get that Vantress out right now. Well, it could be untapped if we get, you know, an island something, which we do have, but we're going to have to chill out. Getting hit for 3 here, this settle's going to come in handy. We do have counter magic available now, protections available, but, you know, they're not dealing enough damage for that to matter yet. Scry 1, I like it. Maybe we could have used Scry lands as well. It's just nice to have consistent land. Yeah, I mean, do we counter that? Is that worth countering? I don't think so. It's just like 1 damage, they gain some life, whatever. We get hit for 5. I think we can allow it. I mean, we could protect from it, but it's just 5 damage. Let's save it for, you know, if they're about to get lethal or something, right? Our turn. Here's our 4th land. Pass our turn. We have Settle the Wreckage now, right? So that can help us. Another land off the top through the Heart of Keld. That's really good for them. And the Endless Web. So that kind of hurts because they're always going to get those things. Let's just gain some life. Right? That way we're only taking 2 damage this turn. We're down to 11. We want to settle. We could go to 6. But that's not good. Yeah, let's pass our turn again. Having them playing creatures with Summoning Sickness makes Settle harder, right? That's where the Day of Judgment's maybe better. Nice. So this is good for them. But it's even better for us. Right, exiling both their creatures, and they're tapped now, which is really, really good. So Teferi can go out, Teferi can plus, and now we're in motion. Right, you just got to look for that opening, get that spot that aligns. And you can see, you know, the reason we didn't do it with Arasta is because we wouldn't have gotten her, the spider, and then, you know, we've not really remedied the situation because they still have creatures in play. Should we bounce this and draw? No. Let's just plus. I love Teferi's plus. The sorcery at instant speed is like, it's really, 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 really nice. It's a good, which makes me think, oh, that hurt. That actually hurt. 4 damage to Teferi there, and then he gets hit for an additional 2. Oh, no! Looking for our 5th land, finally. And Narset can go here. We do have the Mana Tithe up, but I mean, look at their amount of mana. So maybe we change just for more Day of Judgments, because I feel like the Mana Tithe has adverse synergy with the Settle the Wreckage. Let's grab Growth Spiral here. Pass our turn. And that way we've got to play no matter what. Gem Razor is a thing. It is a really nice target for us to hit. They're equipping to it. It already has Trample, but it gets +1/+1 and Lifelink. We can Growth Spiral here. Draw a card, play a land. We don't have a land, but we might draw one. And we do. Entering tapped. Our turn. Let's Narset first. Taking more Elspeth Conquers Deaths. One of my favorite cards in this deck. In combo with Teferi and Narset. Taking out Gemrazor here. So they're just taking the draw. I mean, if this is a one-drop spell, we can counter it finally. No, we just get it. Land and tapped. Right, we don't have anything for 2. So we're just chilling, and now we're going to pull our Teferi back from the grave. Terror of the Peaks, ladies and gentlemen. They have 4 mana, another creature in hand? Question mark? They could get on a roll here. No, it looks like we're safe. Perfect. We're snagging their terror with another Elspeth, Conquers Death. We haven't seen Uro yet. Like, where are you, Uro? And we have protection up as well, which is really, really nice. All right, 1 Teferi, please. And we can actually bounce this other Elspeth to our hand, which is pretty gosh dang deadly. One of my favorite moves with Teferi 3. That's why I was so sad when it left, right? It was heartbreaking. So we're good. We have both castles in play, Vantress and Ardenvale. We can make it 1/1. We can scry 2. We have counter magic up. We have protection. We have more removal. We have both planeswalkers. Let's start taking some double turns. Let's take a scry. Both lands can go to the bottom. Very good scry. Oh, Teferi. You can plus. And that allows us to pass our turn entirely. You know, all of this is instant speed anyways, but it's fine. I do think we'll probably drop Settle the Wreckage from the deck and take another 2 Day of Judgments. And then it's just like, screw the exile, we don't care, right? And that way, Teferi can cast it at instant speed, because Settle will never hit them at instant speed, because they always need to be attacking, which is going to be on their turn. We want to cast it on our turn, right? Or no, we still want to cast it on their turn. Yeah. I forgot that Settle was instant speed. Don't listen to me most times, right? I'm easily confused. I can come in tapped. We'll pass our turn here. But I do think Settle giving them extra land is bad for the Tithe. So I want to change that, based on that principle alone. I was trying to make up other reasons, but it just didn't make sense. Again, we're going to go in with that Scry. We're looking for double turns. Nexus, come to me. Ooh. All right, I'll allow it. Let's take a draw. Tuck that into our hand, right? Of course, we have counter magic to protect it. Even protection to protect it. So that's going to be okay. 37 cards left. They have 38. I think we're in a really good position just for general value. Once we get Uro in rotation, it's going to be a 6/6 that can smack down pretty effectively as well.
If you show remorse,
Draw a card, please and thank you. And then we're untapping 2 lands. on our end step. Teferi plus. What was the thing that allowed Narset to plus? I'm sure we had a thing. Oh, it was Kasmina allows Narset to +2. We should take Kasmina in the deck just so Narset can plus, right? Yes, HGG. Historic decks are a lot, you guys. And Kasmina wasn't something that existed when this deck was made, right? And I thought I was going out on a limb, taking some of these mystical archive cards. But I think Kasmina or Narset's +2 is very, very viable in this deck. It's very good. So we're getting roped. It is what it is. Control deck, baby. Yeah, TikTok. This deck originally, when Nexus went right back into your library, was like the ultimate roping deck. Like there was no win cons. They just exiled all your permanents because eventually Teferi would get the emblem out, which is cool. And let's try to get a double turn here, and hopefully we can get Teferi's emblem out. No rank involved. It's just like a cool event. Another double land. Let's take our turn. Wow. Teferi goes up.
Here goes nothing.
Teferi goes up. And we're actually going to scry right now. And then we're going to untap 2 of the lands. We're going to untap the Castle Vantress so we can re-scry. Come on. I just want to take double turns, man. Ending our turn. Now we're untapping the Castle Vantress so we can re-scry. It's a good thing we've got it in deck because how many cards have we put to the bottom? Only playing with 60 cards here as well. Come on. Ed does not like Teferi. I like Teferi personally. He's got a cool vibe going on. So we've untapped our Scryland to reuse, which is good. It's all taking a little bit of time. It's a great time to check out my Linktree link. It's in the description below, or you can easily just give it a Google. Hello Good Game Linktree. It'll come right up. Everything from my music to my decks, to my support links, and contests, the tournaments. It's all there. So I don't think we need those anymore. Good cards, but not quite what we're looking for. Oh, neither is that. Okay, so at a certain point, you know what? Let's just take whatever draws we can get. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking.
Let's skip to the good part.
Dun, 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 dun. Land in play. Nexus, I guess, could get saved. Who cares? Who cares, man? Let's just take it. Boom. We get another here. And that's just helping us get Teferi's minus going.
Keep up the pace.
It can plus this turn. Narset can replace the other Narset. He digs for another Nexus. Well, we'll take an Absorb, I guess. And we'll pass our turn. Sadly, the double turn kind of nullifies. Actually, let's go in full control. And we don't have enough land here to do it even. If you go in full control, then you can re-scry, which we missed the first time, but you can do it there. And you get the idea. You know, Teferi's going to -8 next turn, and whenever we draw, we're just going to start exiling their lands. So that's the deck. It's pretty cool. I like it. You know, I know that was a longer match, a little bit slower near the end, but with the changes we're about to make, I'll go through the changes and the reasoning behind that with you guys. You know, just helping you through the process that I happen to have. Old school, we were dropping Settle. Boom, boom. And we're taking 2 more days. And then I want a Kasmina. Or 2. We'll drop 2 Narsets, and then the Kasmina can help that other Narset. Or 3 Conquers Death, because we can balance it with Teferi. And that way we get 2 Kasminias, we still have 3 Narsets. Perfect, right? So this is very good. I like the deck as is. What do you guys think? I know it's a historic deck. Many of you aren't super aware of some of these cards. You know, even myself, I don't play a ton of historic, but there was a day when a lot of these cards were in standard, and I'm really, really happy that Wizards took the initiative, brought them back with the changes that they found fit, right? So I personally really, really like it. I hope to see more of that in the future. The rebalancing, I think that's really healthy for the game. You can nuke rogues right now. Please, thank you. Oh gosh, I'm just kidding, right? All in good fun. So I hope you guys had an enjoyable experience. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate you guys. Make sure to like the video to show that support, and check out the Linktree link, right? We've got a lot of exciting things in there. I'm giving away a D&D rare playset to one of our subscribers. So at the very least, get in on that, and definitely have a magical day. Check out some more of my content, and we'll see you soon in the next.